Happy Monday, everybody. Todd Schroth here and Coach Daniel Betancourt of Agents Who Win. We appreciate you guys tuning in, our loyal listeners. So we're on week 4 of our track challenge that we're having our teams doing.
Good morning. Good morning. Yes. So this week has been exciting. It's been all about social media. So if you're watching this, you're on social media. Everybody's into social media. So it was a lot of awesome content, and we're going to recap on some of the things that we've learned.
So, some of the things with social media is, one, being engaging in it. You just don't show up social media and actually have it work. Having content to post and finding the content to post out there. They did a top 5 things to do for posting, and the content ideas were market stats, how-to videos, interview, like I'll interview Daniel on something, interviewing business owners, and then, your top lists of, just topics you can go through and like, what do I want on Facebook this week? And then, I can't read my handwriting. Oh, reviews. Sorry. I don't have the best handwriting in my notes. But getting, reviews on things and commenting on stuff, on businesses, local businesses. Dan, you had a top 5 as well that you pulled out of there.
Oh, yeah. Well, they had the 5 principles of social media. Well, number 1 was turning on the energy, turning on the energy, also have relevant content to be energetic about. Number 2 was show up authentically and relatable. Obviously, you want to be authentic. You want to be yourself. That's going to come off as most natural. Number 3 is knowing your audience, avoiding controversial topics and things like that. But, just know your audience and also know the avatar that you'd like to attract. Number 4 is posting. So if you're inactive on social media, you want to step that up and actually start posting. If you're posting a couple posts a day, you can step that up and post more often. And number 5 was diversify your posts. So don't do the same kind of posts every time. Like, hey, look at this new listing that I've got. Isn't it great? You want to diversify your posts, come up with different topics, different parts of your day, different scenery. So those are the 5 principles of social media. One of the things that we engaged in was the what they call the 5-5-5 challenge, which was 5, likes or loves. So reactions, 5 reactions to posts. This is on a daily basis, 5 reactions to posts of your audience, 5 comments on posts of your audience. They said you can do the comments on the same post that you liked or loved, and 5 new friend requests on a daily basis to build your audience. And, doing all of this should help keep you top of mind.
So to tie into the 5 friend requests a day, we talk about wanting to build a local audience. It's great having realtor friends out in Washington State or wherever, because I can use it as a referral base, but I don't need friend requests unless you're somebody that I know from past history. It's go in your community groups and, go in there and comment and shoot some friend requests in there, because if you find locals, then they're going to see more of what you're posting, the real estate stuff you're posting. And so if you can get more local friend requests that are being accepted, then you become as a local known person. That start to build that branding that's going on there.
Yep. And it's, you can post about your successes as well. You want to keep things always positive. Don't go negative. Don't go divisive, anything like that. So you can post about your successes, and whether it's writing offers, closings, offers accepted, just showing off that you're a professional. So that way, the goal is to stay top of mind, and also, show off that you are a hustler and you are a professional at what you do.
No, it's all good. That's all perfect. Now, that kind of diving into the next part is going live and getting into more video. And Dan, you do really good with that, because you're recording a ton of content. You will piece it together later and post it with the right, images on the video. But it's very easy to go live. I mean, if you want to see what it's like, go stand in front of a mirror and just talk. That's all it is. You're talking to yourself, and then the audience is going to hear you.
Going live, I say going live can be liberating, because I do both. I do videos where I kind of produce them and I edit them and I add things to them. And, to make a 5-minute video might take 2 hours of work on an app, just post-production or just posting it. And what happens a lot of times is when you record something, you watch it over and over and you record it over and over because it's not live. So you're like, I can do this better. One more time, I can do it better. One more time, I forgot to say this thing. And it's annoying and frustrating when you get into that cycle. So going live, it's like, boom, it's done. It's out there. That was awesome.
They expect it to be perfect, and it doesn't need to be. So when you're going live, there's going to be an a hee-haw, whatever. I mean, these are live, and we're, if we have a mistake, we just go out there and do it.
I'm really good at avoiding hee-haws. I don't really.
Never said a hee-haw either. I'm just trying to come up with that random filler word. I don't use the hee-haw either. We're not in the middle South.
Yeah. Yes. So, just be out there, be more active. These social media tips and strategies apply for more than just Facebook. There's LinkedIn and other social media platforms. I try to be active on them all. LinkedIn, not on them all, but for me, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube for the most part. And Instagram.
Yeah, and we're streaming here on not Instagram, but Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn, and then we're downloading and uploading over to Instagram, to get the stat over there. But the thing about lives too is that it's done, it's authentic. If you're doing like a market stats report, if you're using like KCM blog or your local realtor blog or something, go live, talk about it, and then drop the link in the comments, because that'll get people to open the comments up, and then it'll give them a place to go off of Facebook to find more of your information and kind of follow you a little bit further.
I would say include humor. A statistical post can be very boring if you're just reading stats. So try to find a way to make someone chuckle. And I think that'll help a lot.
It keeps them coming back. So, a couple of things we talked about with some social media buckets were, talk about business, the weekend warrior type stuff, things you do with your family, those nerd moments that you geeked out on your P&L or something. And then, there's always the other things you can add in that are there. And don't watch the videos, as they say, just keep it straight, because every time you watch it, like you mentioned earlier, you're going to keep redoing it because you missed this word or missed that word. And, I was recording videos on Friday, and we had some stuff that was scripted, and it just sounded like it was scripted. And then I'm like, it's a topic that I needed to have some content on. But the one where it was just off the cuff sounded so natural and perfect because it came across authentically. And I would add, if you're newer to doing video, you don't want to, rewatch it too much, because it'll keep you from posting the video. You'll get so bogged down with, I don't like it, that you won't do it. I've done a ton of it, and that still annoys me, but I'm able to get past that. If I see, I made a mistake there, I used the wrong word or whatever it is, I know, just post it. Right.
Don't worry about it. But sometimes when you're new at it, you feel this pressure that it has to be better, and a lot of times you just won't post it because I can speak from experience, because I've been trying to do video since like 12 years ago. And but back then, that's what I used to do. I used to record, set up the camera, record, and I say, okay, I'm going to do this 4-minute video on this, whatever it is. And I would record, didn't like it, record it again, 3 hours later, after like 16 takes, at the end of it, I'm like, I've got other things to do. And then, the result was I wasn't happy with any of them, didn't do anything with any of them, and just wasted 3 hours.
Well, so I used to use my flip cam for that, and it was funny just originally going out and doing that and uploading those to YouTube, and how bad those were. And obviously it's so much better now. We've got better equipment, better technology, better people to do the work. But it is, the first thing is just doing it and then post it. And then your first video is not going to look as good as your 100th video. So it's just getting started.
You're going to get better. That's the whole point of doing things, practicing, is you should be able to look back and say, wow, I've come a long way since these first videos, and your audience will do the same. Wow, I've noticed that your videos are getting better and better. But if you never just take that plunge, if you never, scrape your knee on a bicycle, you won't learn how to balance. So that's the whole thing. You're going to get better, And at some point, if you stay with it and you're systematic and disciplined about it and consistent, you're gonna become a pro.
Right. Just basically, it's just getting started. And that's doing it. And that's, I mean, it took me a long time to even talk about doing the show, getting this page running, and then knowing I'm going to be doing these interviews on Fridays. And then, you came in and we started doing this, and it's hard because it's time commitment as well, but it's just getting it out there and feeling more comfortable doing it and everything.
One thing that I've recommended to people, instead of having, like you mentioned, a script or a paragraph you want to remember, is just have bullet points. You can set up 5 bullet points, and they're reminders. I'm sure you know what to talk about when you have that bullet point reminder, but whenever you're trying to read something and record yourself at the same time or remember a long script, it doesn't come off as authentic.
Well, we've got a teleprompter here in the office now, so I was recording some commercials, and we used that, and it was nice, but it also, you could tell sometimes that it is from a teleprompter. So we said on Friday, let's just take the 5 bullet points, put them on a whiteboard over in the corner, so I can just kind of glance over once, see the topic, next, keep doing that. And that way I've got it where I can keep hitting those bullet points, because if you have the bullet points, you can talk off the cuff as long as you know what you're talking about, and then it'll come through more authentic.
Right. Yes. So that's, those are the tips that we have all about social media, and some bonus nuggets on video creation. Next week is all about getting the listing. So that's going to be exciting. Who doesn't want to get the listing?
That's going to be the best part, because the main 3 words are list to last. So if you can get the listings, you're going to last in the business, and you have the product that people want, which is inventory. So,
yep.
So as we wrap up, anything else, Daniel? Sorry.
No, that's it. It's been an exciting week, and looking forward. So week 5, we're starting week 5 on this 12-week mission, and it's been awesome.
Appreciate you guys tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share our page. Let's get the followers going. Let's get the views going. I really appreciate everyone's support out there, and we will see you guys next week.
See y'all.
Awesome. Have a good one. Hee haw.
Hee haw.